somewhere and they don't have a clue what is happening to them. And you know what? They turn around, they blame everyone. Around them, they blame the economy, they blame the government, they blame their parents, they blame their background, their ethnicity. And you know what? They blame every other person and everything.
They never blame themselves.
They don't blame themselves. And it really doesn't matter what happened yesterday. I put something on my Facebook wall. I said, sometimes we need to be less, relevant. Less, we should let our past go. It's gone, so let it go. And then take hold of the present and ask yourself, what can I do to change the narrative, the direction my life is going now? Yes, I went into drug, I had an abortion, I grew up, messing up with the wrong gang. Yes, but now what are you going to do about it? So we say you can actually take hold of your life and firmly decide for yourself, this is how I want it to go from this point. And that's why we talk about designing, and then you implement what you design. We say, like an architect, you see a building or you want to set up a building, the first thing to do is to have a picture of the kind of building you want to build. And then you go ahead and put it on, put out a drawing out there as a guide, something that you can look at and say, well, this should be here, this shouldn't be here. And then based on that, you can go ahead. Could be the most beautiful structure we will ever erect and the important thing is that you decide how you want it to look. And we say for this to happen, the first thing that needs to happen is that we must start from the first phase. The first phase is the mental phase, the imaging, the picture of the future, the type of the structure that you want your life to get to. So you must build that mental picture and put it where it can become part of your life. And once it sticks, it doesn't matter what else is happening externally around you, you go with that picture. More often than not, you are so persuaded and so passionate about what you have believed and what you have accepted to be your life, that life, nature, the universe has a way of bringing, coincidences to make you arrive there. I would say for this to happen, the first step in this stage is that you must learn how you must go through a process which we call mental dumping. Just putting things away into the dustbin. What do you put in the dustbin? The things that you don't want to keep anymore. The things that you don't want to have around you. The things that you are done with. I see a lot of young people full of anger, full of regret, full of the past experiences. They keep talking about what happened 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I ask them, what is happening now? So you need to let go of all of that anger, all of that bad experience, all of that the misfortune. You hear people say things like life is not fair. Life is not fair, but you can change the equation of life. If life is not fair, it's not about you. It means it's not fair to everyone. And I tell people, life does not give you what you desire. Life gives you what you demand. And life does not know how serious you are until you begin to place a demand and you keep pushing until something break, until something give. So that exercise of mental dumping is where you evacuate. I call it evacuation. You evacuate your mind, your spirit, your soul, you check the wardrobes of your life.
And clean it up.
Yeah, you clean up and say, well, this is who I am, but this is not who I want to continue to be. And so, I tell you to even go through emotion, an exercise like take a plain sheet of paper. It's blank. That's how our life is. You can write whatever you want on that blank sheet. Take a white sheet of paper and life. Don't let anybody judge you. Don't let anybody interfere. It's your life. Put it on the paper. This is who I have become. I have become a young man full of anger. I see my life going nowhere. I've made a couple of mistakes. I wake up every day and I don't have a clue what I should be doing next. I have made money, I lost them, and I don't know what happened. I went into a relationship, it went south, and then I've been bitter since then. Put it all down. You're dumping them on the sheet of paper. Just go through the healing that happened with evacuation. Because what happens is as you empty yourself of these things, you become lighter. As you make space within you, then you can take in new ideas. You can take in new inspiration. You can get involved in new relationship. So going through that process what it does that it helps you to reinvent yourself. Because once you are done evacuating yourself, there's nature abhors vacuum. So what happens is that now you need to go into the designing stage, which is now you take a sheet of paper and begin to write not what you are, but what you want to become.
Yeah.
You know, some of us do not know how strong we are. We don't know how gifted we are. We don't know how powerful that guy inside there is until you let him loose. You need to say, this is who I am. This is who I'm becoming. This is who I want to become. This is what I am created for. These are the things I'm passionate about. You know, once you begin to put this thing down, I tell people there are like 10 steps you need to take. Number one, you need to have a picture of the future you desire. You need to have it. It may not be natural to you, but you need to find what resonates with you. Forget about what you are feeling. Forget about where you are, the stage, where you are. Forget about your past failures. The future can be a lot different from the past, but it's only you that can make it happen.
Yeah.
So you get the picture. The next thing you need to do, find an inspiration. Find someone or something that inspires you, that you have found to be something you will love to be like. Find an inspirational figure. Number 3, get as much information about that dream, about that idea, about that future you desire. Go do research. Find out the people that got there. What did they do? How did they do it? What are the mistakes they made so you don't make the same mistake? What did they have to overcome so that you can begin to discipline yourself to get over there? And you then have to begin to ask yourself, what are the stakes? What do I stand to gain if I achieve this life? What do I stand to lose if I don't get there? This should be your daily motivation. Once you look at the prize, I tell people, those who win the prize are those who pay the price. You must be willing to pay the price for greatness. If you desire a great relationship, you desire a great, a great financial life, you must be willing to take the steps and do the job and the work that it requires to get there. I tell people, wishes, like I say, if wishes were horses, then
beggars will ride.
Unfortunately, you have ever seen beggars riding? They don't ride because wishes are not horses. If you want a horse, you pay for one.
Oh yeah.
And then I tell you, the dream of your life is worth paying for. It's worth paying the price for. And once you have these things written down, the next thing you want to do is you want to begin to design a pictorial view of what you really want. Don't leave it in your memory. The memory, someone said the faintest of biros, of pencils, is sharper, stronger, more lasting than the sharpest of memories. Don't leave it in a memory alone. Put it all. I teach people how to do pictures. They say pictures speak 1,000 words. In pictures, you want to live in a good place. You want to further your education. Say futuristic. I was discussing with someone. My son is just 16. And I was discussing and I say, how will you feel if your 5 years older self should write a letter to you? And then in that letter is saying, well, now I'm a graduate. Now I'm living in New York. It looks so beautiful. I said, yes, he got it. I said, that's what we all need to do. Write a beautiful letter to yourself. That's what it is. Do a vision board showing yourself living the life you really, really desire. And then the question that pops up in your heart is, how shall these things be? And that's what will take you to the next stage, which is where you begin to communicate and verbalize and discuss and then create a system around what you have seen. Some people around you will misunderstand you. They may not believe you, but it really doesn't matter. It's not their dream. It's not their life.
Yeah.
It's your life.
Oh, yeah. All right. So you heard it. It's your life. What are you doing? What are you doing about it? Are you still complaining, or you're making up your mind to get up? Someone needs to, do that mental dumping. Like right now, take a plain sheet of paper and dump whatever it is that has been holding you down. That's one of the things we did while we're rounding off the FBI on Sunday. I just told them, stand up, drop anything that you are holding. If it's important to you, put it in your pockets. Because when we gather like that, there are people that amen.
They carry that existing charger come. They're not carrying phone. So what is the way is 16 charger charge? Now your own phone where you carry come. So you need to hold on to that property.
So I told them, while you have done that, close your eyes and visualize yourself. See yourself stepping out of this hall and see a beautiful white bus. Those ones that the oil companies used to carry their stuff.
Yeah.
The AC, when they open the door. Oh my God.
Snow.
So see yourself walking into that place. I said, but before you enter that bus, look at who you used to be, where you used to be, what has been holding you down. You need to let go, take a deep breath, breathe out and let go of shame, let go of guilt, let go of the trials that you've been through, let go of the words that have been spoken into your life as regards of nurture. Because as human beings, we're a product of nature and nurture. So nurture has imputed and impacted some apps that is not doing you good. So let it go, let it out of your system.
Uninstall them.
And then get into the bus and breathe in the atmosphere. And then as we traveled for a few times, see yourself coming down, and what you are wearing is different. You are looking so beautifully dressed, and you are entering into a hall, beautifully decorated, and everybody there is on a standing ovation waiting for you, and they are celebrating you. Anywhere you turn, you are seeing smiley faces, and you won't believe, right there, someone in that gathering had tears in his eyes.
Yes.
I must cry.
Had tears in his eyes, like, wow. I said, wow. And then the tears was not tears of regret. There was smile on his face.
Yeah.
And for me, that I was like, okay, yes, at least one person has gotten it. So it's important we do these things. Life is more, spiritual and psychological before it is physical.
Yeah.
Okay. But most of the time we allow the physical things to dictate the things we think about. Okay. So you need to turn it the other way around. And by the time the messages I saw on my phone, I had goosebumps all over my body, like, wow. I had never, someone had to ask me, are you a pastor? Because everything we said, we didn't say in Jesus' name.
Yeah.
But they were prayers.
Yeah.
Suggestions and getting you to think. And I told them, look, do this every day in 2 weeks. You will see tremendous growth in your life. So these things, they are very, very important to us as a human being. And that's what begins to open the door of abundance. Okay. It is not when you have money. That's when blessing comes to you. You are blessed within you, and then the blessing that you are now attracts what is on the outside. So this is the process of seeing the blessing inside of you first before you now have the capacity to attract it. Someone said that success is not meant to be pursued. It's supposed to be attracted by the person you become. Who are you becoming on a daily basis? Have you made up your mind that, look, I'm committed to getting better and better and better every day? Success is not meant to be pursued. It's meant to. I've gotten so many messages talking about, we've heard so much about Cash Flow 101, the game by Dr. Robert Kiyosaki, and we've been postponing. Now, finally, we are ready.
It don't come again, cash flow. You will it say you never know how to take the money to finance. You will plus the video. So I just remember this card advert who they used to in this part of the world. Say you get the poverty go person, not the year you boom advert. But that page in English, so I said, that is cash flow.
As I talk down, so they know here. Now that your own.
This on the year. Because you know why? You just talk on once. So cash flow is there again. But I repeat it 3 times. Emphasis: cash flow.
Now that cash.
So that flow, you can't draw the last flow, my people. What till you they do? You say you know sabi use your money. You say money go to you and you go come out. Oh, too much pop. Now they make your account balance they reduce. Oh, come and learn how to appropriate your cash. Now Robert Kiyosaki, now into this game. Oh, now we they teach you how to plan. You go learn how to use your money. I they talk too much. Now worry. Don't let your neighbor hear. Cash flow. Come, let's go.
Emeka, do you know that there was a time someone sent me a message? This cash flow that you're talking about, is cash going to flow? I said yes. So I think the person saw that maybe I didn't get what he was saying. Say, "Una go share money."
You don't tell us where did they share the money.
People they call cash
Just
flow.
where did they share money.
People they call cash flow. They carry the dollar.
But on a serious note, really, until the cash starts flowing, you're never free.
You're never free.
Until cash start flowing, there's no flow of cash.
You can't. You know the good books. The Bible says,
Yeah.
you know, say money answereth
All
all
things.
things. You know, I think. I say, which kind talk be this? And really, when you look at it, oh boy, if the thing no day, you to go. In fact,
If you know the
if you know day, you self no day. Because if you are around, there must be something to show that you are around.
Bro, you know that's one big man there and you know they talk too much.